And Chidi, hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? It's very nice to meet
Very nice to meet you too. It's a Friday. I'm fine. Of course I'm fine.
you. Yeah, what's the weather like there in UK? Because here in LA,
Um, Not too bad actually. We've had quite a nice spring day, which makes the change. But I've got to say, congratulations on the film and
thank you very much.
congratulations on your performance as well. Now, even though we're on Zoom and because I've seen the film, you're actually a pretty big guy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm actually 6 foot 6.
How tall are you?
I'm six foot
How
six.
Okay, because I'm only 5'2", so it's probably just as well we're doing this on Zoom, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. My mother's 5 foot 2. So
All the best girls are, believe me. Um, I gather you used to be a professional basketball player.
yes, I did. I played basketball for a while. I played in a
Okay.
few countries, and now I'm in film and television.
So how did you find your way into acting? And I know you used to be a stuntman as well. So was that sort of like your stepping stone into acting?
Yes, it kind of was a stepping stone, even though, I enjoyed acting as a kid. But, in where I was, it was not a vision at all. It was just, oh, yeah, that would be amazing. But it never transpired. But after playing basketball, I started basketball late in my life. I started at 17. And in 3 years, I get a scholarship to a Division I university in America. And that just changed everything. So being an athlete for so long, and after that career ended, thinking about, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? Going back to my childhood, I was like, I want to be an action guy. I loved action films growing up, the Rambo, the Die Hard, all those. So I'm very thankful and blessed to actually be living like my childhood dream.
So it was always going to be acting, and actually in this film, you're working alongside Jason Statham. In recent years, you've had directors like Guy Ritchie and Ridley Scott. You've shared the screen with people like Matthew McConaughey. When you were playing basketball, did you ever envisage it was going to be like this? And are there times now when you sort of stop and pinch yourself just to make sure it's really real?
This, when I played ball, I wasn't even thinking of the NBA. When I played college basketball, I was just thinking of, I want to get my degree. I've got a scholarship, I've got a free ride to get my education, which was amazing. And I ended up playing pro for a few years, but I never really thought about, getting into movies and saying, this is what I want to be where I grow up and whatnot. So at times, yes, in some film sets, I'm like, you're in the same film as Denzel. You're in the same film as Jason Statham. What's going on? How did this happen? Yeah, but it's great.
You just never know, really. Now, in the film, when it comes to your fight with Jason Statham, you do actually last an awful lot longer than most of the other people who fight him in the film.
Well, listen, I'm a big
Um,
guy.
well, this is true, but
There's a lot to take me down.
I wondered how much in the fight we see you and how much we see your stuntman.
Well, most of it is me, really, to be honest. The only part that you see a stuntman is just a smidget, which is when I was on the floor. When I rolled over. That's the only part that was a stunt. The rest of it was just me and Jason.
And what was it like fighting Jason? Because he's about a foot shorter than you. So did that mean there were any sort of practical issues with the camera work?
No, listen, everyone involved were great at making everything happen. Jason is very detailed about the action and the physicality because he's got tremendous experience. So it was great to have him there as a guide, to bring out this great performance. So everything worked out well, to be honest.
And you have a very sort of striking style, a very striking look in the film with your leather vest and the throne and all the rest of it. Did you get involved in creating that look, or was that completely down to the designers?
It was completely down to the designers. I think my input was mostly just the tattoos, really. They gave me a few tattoos and said, which do I think, fits the character. That was the only input I had on the actual look itself.
And you've also got that incredible horned helmet that you wear when you're on your motorbike. I wondered if perhaps that might have quietly left the set with you when you finished filming.
I should have taken that home.
You should have. Oh, I'm
I should
disappointed.
have, but I did not, no, unfortunately.
Did you not take anything?
No, actually, I didn't take anything from that set. Actually, no, I did take something. Thankfully, the producer, Chris Long, gave me the suit I wore. You know, it was a nice fitted suit, and he allowed me to take that home. So I was very thankful for that.
Oh, that'll do. That'll
Yeah,
do.
that would do. That would do.
Your character's relationship with Jason is actually quite complex in the film, though, because they're both ex-military, they're enemies, but there is this mutual respect, and you kind of get the feeling that if they'd have met under different circumstances, they would have been mates, they would have been allies. I wondered if that was one of your reasons for taking the role.
It's what I liked about Dutch is, you know, he's got a calm exterior. It's pretty chilled, but he's a big force of nature. And I feel like I relate with that so well, you know, being such a big guy, you know, with calm energy. Um, Interesting that they both, you know, from military backgrounds, yes, they had a brotherhood, but life, you know, this is life really. They both had different paths after the military. You know, he becomes a construction worker, and Dutch ends up going into the underworld, you know, of crime, you know, unfortunately.
So how much did you feel that the part actually stretched you as an actor and took you into new territory?
You see the character Dutch. I've seen a lot of him around, you know, in film, in a few experiences. So it wasn't necessarily tough to get into that character because I've witnessed, you know, part of it quite often. Um, Whether it stretched me as an actor, it was fun to play Dutch. Really, it was fun. It was relaxed. It was cool. I liked, like David Ayer said, you know, every time I asked him a few questions, he was like, "Chidi, it's your world. Do whatever you want." And I really loved that it gave me creative freedom to do what I want in that space.
Yeah, I mean, it's good when a director sort of trusts you and trusts your ability, and you know, that's your job. You go away and do it the best way you can. That's
Yeah,
exactly what you look for, I guess.
yeah.
So you've been in a Guy Ritchie crime movie, you've been in a Ridley Scott epic, you've been in a Statham action movie. What other genres are on your hit list?
Oh, what would I like to do?
Yeah.
um, you know, it's fun doing the action stuff because you know, coming from being an athlete, it's really fun to get into, you know, action and sports and whatnot. I would love to do, you know, some more drama, you know, some comedy as well. I love to do comedy, you know, thrillers, you know, options are endless really. But I would love to
So
get into
whatever comes your way, we just put that out there in case anybody's listening.
yeah.
Chidi, it's been lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much. And like I say, congratulations on the film, and wish you every success.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me.